It's a brand new session season, 2013. My name is Dave Barber, and we call these segments Capitol Spotlight. They're 5 minutes in length. We like to visit with members of the General Assembly and discuss some of the things they've been working on and the impact on you, the Rhode Island citizen. Now, this is our very first session of Capitol Spotlights for the new session. We're coming to you this day from the East Gallery of the Rhode Island House of Representatives. And it really gives me a great deal of pleasure to welcome a gentleman making his first appearance here because he's brand new in the building. He's a freshman representative from the city by the sea, Newport, Rhode Island. It's my pleasure to welcome Representative Marvin Abney. Representative, it's great to see you.
Thank you very much. It's a great time to be here.
Well, and as I mentioned to you before the taping today, I'm a huge fan of your community. Not only is it one of the great communities in our state, but I think it's one of the great communities in the United States of America. It has to be exciting, A, living there, and B, representing the folks of Newport.
It's very exciting living there, and representing the people of Newport is unbelievable. I'm from Texas originally and never thought I would be living in the city by the bay. In fact, my brother and his wife came for the inauguration yesterday, and even though it's winter, they loved Newport. They love Rhode Island in general, but they really love Newport.
You mentioned that your wife is a native of Newport. Why don't you tell our viewers, since we're just getting to meet you, a little bit about your family and a little bit about your professional life as well?
My wife, her maiden name is Amato. Her name is Cheryl Amato, and she's lived in Newport all her life, was born and raised there. In fact, she was born in Newport Hospital, which makes her a real Newporter. Her grandfather was Leo, who used to own a place called Leo's First and Last Stop on the wharf. And many, many people in Rhode Island, but in Newport particularly, know that. But she was born and raised here. I'm a Texan, Texarkana, Texas. But when I retired from the Army in 1994, we thought about where we wanted to raise our 3 children. I have 2 sons and a daughter. One of my sons is in Afghanistan at this point. He's a West Point graduate. And in part, he's one of the reasons I'm standing talking to you now. Another son who's a chef over at the Navy base, and a daughter who works at the Child Care Center. But we thought Newport would be a great place to raise a family. And so we moved back here at that point, and then I got involved in a lot of the social things that were going on.
So professionally speaking, you were a military man.
I was a military officer for almost 21 years. After I retired, I went to work for Smith Barney as a registered representative. And then I spent about 7.5 years, though, here working at the Department of Education here in Providence. But my basic background is that of a military officer.
Now, did your military career take you to a lot of places around the world?
It took us to a lot of places around the world. We spent 5 of the best years of our lives in Belgium working at NATO, a place called SHAPE. My boys went to school there. So it was a great, great time. It gave me, and I think it gives me, a great perspective of what it takes to get things done.
Well, you mentioned that you had relatives here for the swearing in on January the 1st, a very, very special day. What went through your mind as you were raising your hand, taking the oath of office?
I'm a history buff in a sense. What went through my mind was that you're now sitting at a seat with 75 other people, the seat of power in Rhode Island, the seat of understanding, and I'm 175th of a group of individuals that will be promulgating laws that will govern nearly 1 million people. And it just hits you at that point that this is important, this is serious, and that people before me, names I've read about in history, were in the same place doing the same thing.
Well, and especially from the community that you represent. My goodness, the old Colony House, which served as our very first state house here in Rhode Island, is in your backyard. And again, Newport is certainly rich with history. Now, as you move forward, and as the calendar continues to get more busy, Representative, are there certain pet projects or issues that you would like to concentrate on or are priorities to you in the coming 2013 session?
Well, the calendar is getting very busy. You're right about that. But overall, I don't think it's any doubt in anybody's mind who lives in this state that our economic stability, the long-term growth of our economy is absolutely a key that any of us have to be involved in. So I hope to spend a lot of time learning to understand it, but learning how to project not just 1 or 2 budget years out, but 5, 10, 15, 20 years out, so that no matter what political party is in power, businessmen, people who want to start businesses here will have an idea what the climate's going to be like. So that's a broad view, but I like to do that. I'm an education guy. I would love to make sure that I get involved in making sure that our education system is the best in the world. And I also like to change focus, not so much from just the information system we're in, but Rhode Island, as you know, years ago was a great manufacturing state.
Sure.
It allowed people to live a great middle-class life. And I would like to, to make sure that that doesn't go away just because we've gone toward the information age.
Well, I have to tell you, Representative, based on your background, you certainly seem well prepared and certainly well versed to serve in this capacity. I wish you and your colleagues, not only the freshman colleagues, but the veterans that are here, the very best this session. And I want to thank you so much for taking time to talk with us. And I look forward to maybe one day Capitol TV coming down to your community and visiting you there.
It's a great honor. And I appreciate it from all of the people who supported me. As I said when I served in the military and my son's serving now, we do that so that we can do what we do here in this great state.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you very much, sir.
And of course, thanks to you too for watching Capitol Spotlight from the East Gallery of the Rhode Island House of Representatives. For Capitol TV, I'm Dave Barber.